When a client gets emotional, remember the enemy isn't you and it's not the other side. It's the problem that you're trying to solve. After 20 years in the top 1% of real estate globally, I can tell you that the frame matters more than the facts. John Lowry says that a good negotiation is joint decision making. And if you can hold that frame, you can maintain the client's trust and keep the deal alive. When a client gets emotional, most agents react to that emotion with their own. They either get defensive of themselves or they join the owner in making the other side the enemy. Both of those kill trust and kill deals. So here's the steps. 1, reframe. Remind them that you're on the same team and that the problem is the enemy, not the other side and not you. We get to creatively solve this problem together through joint decision making. 2, process. Map out the process that you're about to use for the next step of the negotiation. Slow it down and help them buy into the process. Let them ask questions about it. Why you're doing certain things. We might have 3 or 4 moves in advance that we've got in our heads, but we've got to be able to map that out so they have belief in the way that we're doing things. It really helps people having remorse over how they've done something or to pointing the finger at you if it hasn't worked out. When we focus on the process and not the outcome, we get a feeling of control back. And 3, control. Show your client that the levers that they have control over here. You might have the joystick if they're the ones giving the driving instructions. So by mapping out what is rigid and what is variable and which of the variables they have control over, they might realize that they've got more control over this going ahead than they think. Sometimes people are holding on to an ideal outcome in their mind, but they haven't properly thought it out, or they're actually catastrophizing about the worst case scenario without really thinking that out either, and certainly not thinking out what things that they could do to make it better. Some steps might feel like a compromise, but then you can ask them, is it more important to win this battle or to win the war if they're getting stuck on a minute detail that could hold up the whole deal going ahead? So when you do this, emotions settle. You've got a plan. You've agreed on how you're going to go about things. We know the levers that we've got control over. They're the hero and you're the guide. And you're here to help them to get as close as possible to the ideal outcome. Save this for next time you're in a negotiation, you feel emotions start to rise.